Now, one of the services you provide is giving people something to talk about. Let them talk. It makes them happy. It makes them feel good. They don't believe half the shit they say. People want to talk. Yeah.
My bad. Hey, y'all.
Just in case Smirnoff want to come get me. Smirnoff. Whipped cream.
Hey, y'all.
Hey, girl, hey.
Hey, girl, hey. How you been?
Hey, girl, hey.
I would say we back like we never left, but we definitely left.
And it was all this guy's fault because
We can't do without him.
He's busier than we are. And he owns
all.
all of the... No, don't do that. Sir, you're not going to win this. You have all the equipment. And you have the
like
location.
we can film without him.
Right. And you have the location.
You've been out of town a lot.
He really tried it.
You've been busy a lot.
He really tried it.
Can't do it by myself.
I will own my part. I was hustling out here in these streets,
Picked
but
up 7 jobs.
I made my availability.
Do not fall victim to his shit. Don't even deal with it.
I was. That's just me being honest. I do be hustling. I was definitely working 3 jobs in these streets.
Hey man, got to go to work.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, Jamaican side.
But this is our first show of 2020.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
It is.
And it's been rough.
Cause Corona took it all away.
Man.
First Kobe. Now what we going through now?
Then my birthday.
It took your birthday.
It took my
We was
birthday.
gonna be lit too. We was. I don't know what we was
Listen.
gonna do. I hadn't been privy to the plans, but we was gonna turn up.
Listen, I had stopped eating and everything. Nothing but cocaine.
So you can fit in that dress.
So I can fit that dress. So I can fit in that cocktail dress.
Oh man. Well, we hope y'all are maintaining in the new year. What we gonna do? Wait, what you been up to?
I ain't been doing nothing. Stuck in the house.
Y'all know Wayne be on the move.
You been out filming videos,
Right.
doing video shoots,
Producing.
in the studios and all that. But that's what's up. I mean, stay busy.
You been down to the courthouse?
Shout out to all the bands. Keep me entertained.
Shout out to all the bands going live, all the artists in general.
Erykah Badu.
Yeah,
Anthony
the DJs,
Hamilton.
the artists.
Oh, I
Be
thought y'all was
nice.
talking about
The bands.
y'all what's the name people.
No,
I'm
he started with Go Go, but that's what
I was about to
saying.
say,
Shout out
y'all
to
done with them
everybody.
cast
'cause
iron skillets. I
yes,
need one.
DJs across the country are going live. All of your favorite artists have gone live on various platforms. So it's been pretty dope, keeping us entertained.
Lauryn Hill is performing.
We still waiting for her?
We still waiting on her. We still waiting on her. Shout out to Lauren.
Erykah Badu was pretty dope, but she just picked a hell of a time. 1 o'clock in the morning.
I heard
Come on, Erykah.
And she went, didn't she go a day late or something? Like she kept making.
First of all, y'all not gonna come for my Pisces sister.
No, she was like,
okay.
go to Instagram, go to Twitter. And that was
Right.
all on Sunday. And then she went live
And
like
her
Monday
bed-
night.
And
It's no different from her actual concert. So
and she did it from her bedroom, which
Did it
is a
from the
mess.
bedroom.
I might add, it was a mess. It looked like a journal.
It was busy. All I saw was screenshots, but it was busy in the background. It was a busy
Had a
background.
whole band in her living room and everything. It was pretty good though. She did all her songs. Did a song, talked for 10 minutes, did a song, talked for 20 minutes, did a song, talked for 30
did she
minutes.
advertise her perfume Badis? What is it
No.
called? Wait.
Badissi? That's something else. I got that from somewhere else. I'm sorry. Wait,
What is it
she didn't
called?
do perfume. She did incense.
No, it
She
was
got
a
perfume
perfume.
too.
You did perfume too? Oh,
It was
Okay.
a perfume.
Sold out in 19 minutes.
19. I thought that was the
Go on
incense.
upstairs and get yours. And bring it on.
So I don't want to smell it. I love Erykah. I do. I don't want to know her that well. I don't.
My
Do you want to smell my sandwiches? Oh man. Okay.
So what has been happening with me? Well, I'm divorced.
We're here to celebrate. My divorce.
And I had a birthday where I couldn't do anything. My daughter had a birthday in February. Shout out to Nook. Happy belated.
Happy
Happy
belated.
Okay, all right. Thank
Happy
you.
belated, Nook.
Belated.
Happy belated.
Then
Tay.
all my plans got canceled. Me and
What were the plans?
so
Yeah, what were the
okay,
plans?
so New boo. Hey, boo.
And
I'm his boo. He don't quite know we in a relationship. You know what I'm saying?
that's what we doing in 2020.
We in one.
We in.
I'm just by the door. I'm holding the door up for him. I'm holding the door up for him. No, I'm lying. He know we in one. Say something. But anyway, so we were supposed to fly to Portland to see Snow Allegra. She was going to be performing in concert. I love her. And then we were going to go to New Orleans. Why do you look like that? Do you know who she is?
Yeah,
Okay.
but I didn't flew some places to see Kanye.
I've never been to
Kanye,
Portland.
Drake. I ain't flying to see no Snow Allegra all across the country.
I've never
When
been
it's
to
your
Portland.
birthday, when it's your birthday, you go to a new city or a place you haven't been. You have an
Exactly. And
experience
if
you
I
haven't
recall
had.
correctly, I damn for sure asked you to donate to my birthday fund, and your ass didn't do it. So you damn for sure don't get to talk about
Don't
my
get to say
plans.
nothing.
You know what I'm saying? And then we were supposed to go to New Orleans and just
And the flight to Portland probably wasn't expensive. So,
Real cheap, man. You still go.
you know what? Screw you. But no, so that was it. We were supposed to go to
okay.
New Orleans, but everything ended up coronavirus.
They postponed Essence Festival.
No, they canceled South by Southwest. That's what blew
They
me.
canceled South by Southwest.
What's that?
The festival that happens usually end of February?
But that was a blessing in disguise because I would have been in South by Southwest. Instead, I got to stay home and see my dad on his 75th birthday.
Okay, Papa Wing,
Happy belated birthday to Papa Wing.
Birthday.
Yeah, it's a festival with artists from all kinds of genres. Goes on.
Yeah.
It's a pretty big deal.
Damn it,
Never
man.
heard of
People
South by Southwest?
that week.
Never.
Okay.
She's been under a rock.
I have been.
She's heard of Portland. Oregon.
What's been going on with you, Wayne?
Nothing.
Oh, and I got my
We tried
lashes
that, didn't
done.
we? We tried that. Yeah.
But I had to take them out the same day.
Wow.
Okay.
You were irritated?
I love her to death. I'm not going to say her name.
Mm-hmm.
But homegirl had me looking like all I needed to say was, your total is 423. Please pull around to the second window. Okay, the motherfuckers was...
Did she just come for everybody in fast food? Is that what just happened?
You know, they be having the longest...
They be having the longest
Listen, the faster the food, the longer the lashes. Okay, so she just had me looking like I was gonna say.
Because when I hit that Bojangles drive
welcome
through,
to
I'd definitely
Hoochie
be
Burger.
like, where were you getting dressed to go? Were you dressed for after work, ma'am?
Listen,
Because your
fucking
lashes.
lashes was so damn long. I can't do it. I couldn't do it. But anyway, but that's just been my life, and then that's it.
I haven't been doing anything. That's
Shit,
I don't
yeah.
have anything.
Yeah, car parties and
I did.
strain parties and
Yeah,
So
you
my
be
house
on the
is
move,
like-
and she don't
No,
ask
so listen.
nobody.
I do. First of all,
people showing up at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Listen,
All
oh my
type-
gosh, my house is like
House party.
it's like a venue.
And this
right?
is the perfect person for me to kick it with, because we the No Hip crew.
Yeah, listen,
The No Hip crew.
Listen,
Okay,
I'm trying to tell you.
Listen,
We
she be
are.
out and about.
And so my house is like a venue. So with my friends, whenever somebody wants to do something, not whenever, I mean, you know, we go out and stuff, but sometimes if they want to do something, kick back or chill, they'd be like, can we do brunch at your house? Can we do this at your house? And I'm just like, okay, I don't care, whatever. So with when the semi-quarantine first hit, you know, it was like the first one, Backyard was going live. So it was like, all right, everybody comes to the house for Backyard. And folks actually came. I was playing, right? But folks came. And then I was like, so are we playing cards since we can't go nowhere else? People was like, all right, bet. And folks came. Like, and then after that, people just started showing up. Last weekend, I was sitting on my house and people just started walking in my door.
Oh, wow. See, and I ain't hear nothing. Didn't hear nothing. No invitation.
But I love my
nowhere.
friends. So it's no thing. You know, I have a, you know, my house is mi casa es su casa.
Oh, that's say less.
So everybody comes through, you know, and it's
Say less of
chill.
it. Since we talking in Spanish.
that attitude is why we in trouble now. I'm letting everybody in the country in. Just everybody.
First of all,
No. Anyway, okay, so we was really over here just trying to figure out, because I'm tired of talking about the coronavirus.
Mm-hmm.
So we're definitely not going to talk about that. So if that's what you're looking for, sorry. We just gonna be on our regular ratchet bullshit. So,
back up on my bullshit.
first question of the evening.
Hold on. This is FYO, by the way.
FYO. We didn't say who we were? Did we not know?
Clearly.
We don't know who we are?
Yeah, we just gonna take this.
We didn't say
I
it.
know.
Oh.
I'm sure we
No,
said
we didn't.
something.
We didn't.
I don't
We
think
just
we
started
did,
talking
actually.
about
FYO.
Okay.
Check us out
Yeah,
on everything. We on Instagram.
So when
we
you
on
edit
Facebook,
this-
we on YouTube.
Actually, put your editing, okay, to use, because he just throw our shit up.
He do.
Listen,
He edit the shit
if
out of
it was-
everything
right,
else,
if
but
it was
our
edit
video,
somebody
he
else's
just
shit,
throw up there.
But he just throw it up there. Terrible.
Be like, catch this.
Right.
We'll fix it on the next one.
All right, the first topic of the evening.
Right.
So we're gonna get into this first
We changed
conversation.
it to
Is it okay?
is it okay to date your friends' exes?
Your friend's exes.
I say, depending on the circumstance.
Yeah, I said need a little bit more details. How long was in the relationship? How serious was it? How many years they been broken up?
Yeah, I think that those
Those
are
are circumstances.
the circumstances.
But I
Okay.
still wouldn't do it. That's just tacky.
You can't elaborate.
Your tact, it comes and goes, apparently. So I see you very strongly about that, but yeah.
It's tacky.
I don't think it's tacky. Now, I think a perfect, let's do the unmessy part example first, right? So, obviously you dated somebody in your 20s. We're all in our 30s. You dated someone in your 20s or dated someone in college, right?
I knew he was going to do that.
What?
I'm 40.
So what? Okay.
41.
So 41, 33. Shut the fuck up. That's what we going with.
I am
And mid to
Here.
late 30s. Right?
Late 30s.
It's messy. Messy. And so obviously if there was an ex from college or even after college, like in that, up to 29. Hell, I'll even give 29. And y'all dated and y'all are both in good places, even if you're in bad places, like you're no longer together, there's no whatever. Would you feel some type of way if your friend started dating an ex of yours from like, at this point we're talking about what, over 10 years ago?
10 years ago?
At the least.
Minimally. I don't think that I would, but I think that it's, even if I did, I don't think that I would expect them to move differently because I felt the way.
Okay.
Because for one, this area is so small.
Okay.
So, like, there's literally 3, if you're lucky, degrees of separation between you and another person. So the odds that you're friends with somebody and that person is interested in somebody that you used to talk to might be a little bigger, but it's not uncommon for you and somebody you know to have a person in common. So, I mean, we're saying friends, which I guess would be different from just somebody that you know.
Mm-hmm.
So, like one of my good girlfriends. And real life, between me and all of my close friends, none of us really even have the same taste in guys.
Okay,
So
well,
the odds of that
that's perfect case
happening-
scenario.
Yeah, no, I'm saying so the odds of that happening are slim, but
Yeah.
there have been, I think 2 times where there was a commonality, but the times were so distant that I was put in a position both times to let my girlfriend know that me and him had fooled around at some point.
Okay.
Years before in both situations, but yeah, there was a history. My thing was I wasn't telling them for them to not deal with them because I didn't care,
Right.
but they chose not to.
Okay. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. Obviously, I think that if there's...
And I think women and men feel differently about it. We'll find out probably momentarily. But
yes. Let me hear this.
This is a question.
Okay.
what was the question?
No, I'm not asking a question.
No.
Ask that question.
Please ask it.
Okay, so you had your closest friend or whatever.
Okay.
She wanted to date your ex-husband?
Listen. So glad you asked that. Whoever you are. Better you than me, get it. Okay. I don't care. Listen.
I think it's different for women and men.
I think it is.
Men look at it so differently.
So much differently. I don't listen.
Yeah, because
At the end of the day, like regardless of what happened, he and I couldn't make each other happy. Like that's after all the smoke clears, that's what it really boils down to. We couldn't make each other happy. So if this friend of mine can make him happy and he can make her happy,
then be happy. That's how women look at it. Women look at it from a happiness perspective. Men look at it from
my point. That's my point, though.
Women look at it from a happiness perspective.
What's the point?
Men look at it from a
he
hit that.
You still gotta not really deal with him, kind of deal with him.
Be in the same space.
Yeah, you have functions, and she bringing him around to your function, or you going to her function.
I don't care. If there was
there
was a way for me to care less about the situation, sign me up 2 times. Okay, I don't care. I don't care. Because after it's all said and done, first of all, each day we wake up, we get older. And the older that you get, like let's just go ahead on and call it what it is. Like you get more set in your ways, right? Mm-hmm. So dating at our age and older, you know, it gets a little hard.
It's hard as it is.
As it is, and then when you start, you know, just kind of like
worrying about who everybody been with.
So I can't functions and circles and all this other type of good stuff. I didn't want him, and we're no longer together. So
mm-hmm.
if my girlfriend finds happiness in him, more power to her. It'll also never happen because I mean, y'all see him. So that was a joke. I know somebody's gonna tell him, but no, I really wouldn't care. We'll use just a very serious ex that you've been dating for 10 years. And then y'all broke up.
You dated for 10 years.
Right. You dated for 10 years. Y'all broke up. And let's just
say
10
years later.
It was nasty.
So the previous ex. Your previous ex.
Right.
Prior to your current girlfriend, your previous ex.
Off limits.
Haven't you been in
a damn near common law marriage? What the fuck do you care for? Like,
ain't nothing in there.
Ain't nothing in there.
Nah, but here's the thing. It's 330 million people.
I don't want to hear that.
Listen,
people always do that, but I can't. I'm not dating people in California.
It's 3 to every. It's 3 to every. It's 3 women to every man in America.
Exactly.
There's no reason to date my ex.
And it's like 8 in this area.
I don't care if my ex. Like I had.
But she's only compatible.
You are
with that
no
one.
longer. Not only are you no longer dating that ex, you haven't talked to her. You haven't touched her. You haven't texted her. You haven't done anything. Y'all have 0 ties. What difference does it make?
It's still respect factor, ego, pride.
Okay, so but see, that's a whole different category. That has nothing to do with what you're talking about right now. That has nothing to do with these bro codes and all this other type of bullshit. That's once you say ego, that has nothing to do. See, and that's what I really want to get down to. Like a lot of people hide behind the code and the this and the that. No, it ain't got shit to do with that. Mm-mm. It sounds good because you want to come off as being mature and adult and all this other type of good shit. And,
but also
and friendships that people really just kind of like people change friendships.
Right. So that's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about a serious friend. And the reason why I wouldn't do that to them, so I don't think I wouldn't want nobody that already
What are you doing to them?
What are you doing to them?
I wouldn't hit none of their exes. Especially if they was in a relationship 10 years or whatever, and y'all, and that's too...
But they're moved on.
They're right. They've
another
moved
relationship
on,
for 5 years,
all
and
that.
married, and got children.
I understand that. But still, like, just because you... Hold on, let me say this. Just because you move on from people...
Okay. Okay. Right.
Just because you move on from people don't mean...
You moved on?
No, you moved on.
Okay.
But certain people still have, like, some... How can I put this?
Emotional
okay.
tie.
Yeah.
Then you ain't moved on.
Right.
No, I don't mean emotional ties. Like, how can I say this?
That's some bullshit. But try to figure it out.
I don't know what to call it, but you know, like...
Ego.
It's not feelings.
Either you have feelings or you don't. Either you care or you don't. It's no in between.
No. So I don't know how to put in words.
Mm-hmm.
We do.
Bullshit.
So basically,
So what y'all saying y'all don't care about? Nobody ain't gonna pay. So what you saying?
not to the point that. Okay, I take that back. There is obviously there's someone.
That's my point.
Can you listen? I think in certain situations, like there's someone in your life that you would have a hard time seeing, whether it's the friend or someone else. Like I think in everyone's life, there's you always have that one that you kind of like wonder about, like what if the what if person, right? So when
I
it
have
comes,
like 8.
wow. Okay. So okay. And I think in those particular situations, it can be difficult to come to grips with it. However, just because you can't come to grips with something doesn't mean that you should have this like stamp of this is mine forever and ever and ever. Amen. It just doesn't, it shouldn't work like that. I get why, because like the emotional tie and all this other type of good stuff and certain situations, like you absolutely can have an emotional tie with somebody that you just like couldn't get right with. But if you could, you would definitely like want that door open. And having your friend step in could taint that. But then say that. Say that. Like don't sit up there and make it seem like, okay, well you just don't do that, because why? I mean, why? And I think that's the part that I have such a big issue with. It's like, I don't need no guy that I used to date that I have no intentions of ever dating ever again, that I used to date 5, 10, 15 years ago, laying claim on my vagina, because that's all it is.
That's what I'm saying.
That's
about sex
all
for
it
men.
is.
It's about sex for men.
Okay? Laying claim on my vagina because that's what you want to do. No, you don't get to determine what happens with me and someone else. Like, you're not finna, like, that's crazy to me. Is that a sword? Next to the cane.
I know what you're talking about, but I don't know.
Oh,
No,
okay.
it's all
I'm
right.
brother.
Like, okay.
Well, I don't see why people want to do that though. Like, it's a principle issue. You got no principles. You do that.
What's the principle? My
What's the
principle is I want to be
principle?
happy.
Huh? Okay, it's a lot of people have to be happy with. Why you got to choose one of his friends?
Why I can't try? I didn't choose
That's
friend. It's a
almost like
It's a happenstance.
that's like
In some cultures, hell, you're supposed to marry the deceased spouse sibling.
that's like vindictive.
It's not. It is not. Sir, you are.
And women do that all the
41.
time.
That has to do
You're
with this.
41 years old.
Wait a minute.
You are.
Did you hear that?
What happened?
You didn't hear what he said?
No, what do you
Women
say?
do that all the time.
Do what?
They on this little get back vindictive shit.
Oh, just women. Okay, we're gonna go to commercial break. We ain't even got no fucking commercials, but we gonna find one because of this shit. No,
Oh my
absolutely
God.
not. No. And scene. What?
And one of the services you provide is giving people something to talk about. Let them talk. It makes them happy, makes them feel good. They don't believe half the shit they say. People want to talk. Yeah.
We're back.
Okay.
final verdict on that is women are vindictive.
Okay, you know what?
So we're gonna go to the
We're
next
not
topic.
doing that.
We're not. That's what
doing
we're
that.
not doing. That's what we're not doing,
that.
sir.
So our next topic is going to be about boundaries
Boundaries in
your relationships.
Yes. So set the tone.
So this is based on Strawberry Letter on Steve Harvey, which was a woman wrote in.
Breathing all hard.
What the fuck? A woman wrote in.
My ear like
The
shit.
context of her letter. He had a breath of water to get this Modelo.
God dog.
So the context of this letter is where the question came from. So in the letter, the lady wrote in because she said that her fiance's friend, abort, her fiance's friend could get it. She was having daydreams about the friend, and they had game night, and she was, looking at him and feeling away because he was there. And one day he came to return one of her fiance's tools, but the fiance wasn't there, and she had on her regular Saturday gear, which was a sports bra and leggings.
She probably changed
And so was the doorbell rang. Let me check. And met him at the garage to return the pressure washer. Yeah, I hear Steve keep saying pressure washer. It was hilarious. But
Wash her pressure.
and when he came in the garage, he hugged her and kind of held on to her for a minute. And then when he let go, he stepped back and looked at her and was like, "You look great," or whatever. And she was standing there imagining them having sex in the garage. So I posed a conversation in the Facebook group that I'm in,
So
and
you
some of the
substantiate
comments
that.
were some of the comments were that the hug was inappropriate. Why is she greeting his friend with a hug?
I mean, it was inappropriate. Anything less than a dap and a church hug, or anything more than a dap and a church hug is definitely inappropriate.
Why?
Well, we already know the end result. The end result was they lingered, and she was imagining, getting a tetanus shot in the ass.
So I think
to go
being on the floor.
You know what I'm saying? to go in the garage. She just gonna bypass the bedroom.
They was already right there. It was already right there.
The garage, sis?
It's like a porno. You just get it popping right there.
Yeah, at least go out to the front
I'm
yard.
gonna be popping. Yeah.
But so I'm reading the comments, and somebody commented that they hug all of their beau's friends. Like they come over to the house, because one of the comments was, not if my significant other isn't there.
Right.
I'm not hugging them if my significant other isn't there. And also they shouldn't come to the house if my significant other isn't there.
I don't know about all that. But
So there were all these different parameters, but one of the girls said that her and her dude have been together for however long, and all of his friends are like her friends. So when they go wherever, when they get there, they greet each other. It's like, hey, as far as greetings are concerned, we're not gonna get into that,
Right?
Because I'm saying my friends, your friends, your
exactly.
friends. Because when this shit hit the fan, if it hits the fan, I don't want no questions about where the loyalties lie.
Exactly.
But she was like, they come to the house, or we meet out. Whenever we greet, that's how we greet. It's, hey, how you doing? And we give hugs. Everybody's like, one person was like, maybe a side hug or a wave.
And
or
I
something,
think,
but
now
why?
see,
And I just
hugs
think
are
it's insane.
different. Hugs can be very sensual. They can be very, inviting.
And they can be very casual.
The way I hug
They can
this
be very
nigga
friendly.
is definitely, okay? Listen, okay, how I feel about Wing can walk through swinging, and I just be like, I'm right here, okay? It ain't,
I don't even see past your chest.
that's right.
You have a body.
That
I thought you were just a head.
That nigga can come out with just a t-shirt on. And I'll be like, girl. So.
Won't miss a beat.
Won't miss
Conversation
a
just flowing.
goddamn beat. You understand what I'm saying? But I wouldn't want my guy, walking around with the grace. He got on gray sweatpants, and I just noticed this shit.
First of all, we always have some gray sweatpants.
And I don't see a goddamn thing. Like, straight
Oh my
Stevie.
gosh.
I don't hear. But the significant other, no. You get your ass upstairs and put a goddamn suit on, okay? Like, so bring your ass down here.
No sweatpants.
All I'm saying,
Or no sweatshorts.
don't bring your ass down here thotting and mopping. You understand what I'm saying? Like, that's not what's gonna happen. No. So I think that like certain boundaries with certain people. It's so funny. We just this conversation about exes not too long ago, but that's an ex. Now this situation right here, no.
But then what are the boundaries?
If my homegirls come over to my house and my guy is there and he is walking around gray sweatpants, robes, shit, just came in from playing basketball and he glistening, you got to go around. Matter of fact, just climb up the side of the house. Don't even
come through this room.
Don't even bring your ass through the front door. Like, just scale this shit. Just scale till you get to the second floor bedroom. It's not, and I think in this particular scenario, I mean, she crossed the boundary. She's already admitted that she wants to fuck the dude.
I think that was what made that one so
right. So I think that those
right.
So I think that that particular scenario is different just because she's already kind of exposed.
So because
herself.
she was I don't want to use the word interested in, but because she's having these fantasies, she had went and put on like a long t-shirt or just directed him to the garage and not gone outside. Like, what would have been the appropriate response
He
at
tried
that
to his
moment?
black ass over there. Wasn't the other one?
Listen, my mama said
That pressure wash couldn't wait.
it really could have. It really could have.
I was like, oh, he brought back the pressure washer.
Like, no, I'm sorry. Like,
I was like, oh, you wanted the pressure washer, did you?
no,
Damn.
if my dude is not home and his homie brings,
It definitely was interesting that there was like not a call first. Like, are you home? I'm in the neighborhood. He just showed up at the house. I don't know if maybe there was an appointment. You know this.
He probably knew.
and she said that the friend lingered.
In the hug, like the hug lingered. So it wasn't like a, hey, how you doing? It was like a hug for like
So
30
she must
seconds.
have went around the neck. And she went around the neck.
Maybe he went around the neck. I don't know.
No.
We ain't going around.
That's very bitch made if he went around the neck.
Could you imagine Wings ass
she's
with his
short, though.
fucking arms around my neck? I'll punch him in the goddamn mouth if he put his fucking arms around my neck. Fuck off me, nigga. Like, what?
Oh my God, I can't take y'all right now.
But like the arm around the neck, that's intimate. Okay, now the one under
He probably
the
knew.
arm
He knew.
and one around the neck,
He knew
that
his boy went
can
home.
be intimate.
Probably called her first.
See, you have all the clues, nigga. You ain't got to add nothing, okay?
We got enough.
Don't come in here and add nothing, okay? Like I said, anything less than a church hug, you know, hey. Anything more than that, out of pocket.
Okay.
Because if anybody hugged Boo above the neck, everybody gotta die. Everybody do. Okay? It's gonna be some furniture moving, goddammit.
Furniture moving.
Yes.
Snow singing and flower bringing.
Slow singing. Flower bringing. Okay? Absolutely not. What I don't even know why I'm about to ask this. What you got to say?
Well, older.
What happened?
Nobody come to my house. Nobody come to my house I ain't did. That goes for males and females. I don't trust just females either.
Well, you know, I mean,
Y'all confused too.
Understandably. So.
I mean, to go back to your question, what should she have done?
He ain't home. Bring that shit back.
True. I think just because she knows
That she felt away.
that she feels a way, I think that you just have to practice more common sense. I think that she just should have just been like, you know, she should have just hid, or you know what I'm saying,
or like, put it
right.
in there.
I open the garage door, like
off.
you know, peek out. What's up, nigga? Like, oh, he not here. You know, you take it around the back, type of thing. Just because it gets.
Go one further. Don't even open the door. You ain't home either.
All right, sir.
You ain't home either.
The car was parked outside, so I mean, you know, knock on the door. You just open the door. You don't think nothing.
And I was over there just adding, but
you was.
I was, but no, I don't. I'm not sure what. I'm trying to put myself in a position now. If I know that I'm lusting over my fiance's, now we just don't go together. You know what I'm saying? Like if I'm lusting over my fiance's friend, nah, I'm sure my puss got a little, you know, wet and wild, but I think that it would have just been in my best interest to just find another way to not
interact,
just for the sole fact of like, it looks as if she's kind of waiting on the go ahead.
Steve was like, she felt like he was flirting at the game night thing. And Steve was like, well, you was emitting signals. And men pick up on signals. So yeah, he was probably flirting a little bit.
I mean, what are some type of ways to like emit signals though? Like what could have, this is where you could add some bullshit. Like what could have been done at this game night? You a guy.
Should have kicked him under the table.
Stop talking. So
kept giving him drinks. She kept asking what he wants on.
But that's so obvious though. Like, why is she over here fixing him a drink? Like, come on now. Like, think with us. Be on our team. Like, why? What would be a subtle like something to like let the friend know like.
That right there, that kind of side eye, slow blink, eye contact a little too long, at a point where there's a whole conversation happening.
You doing bold stuff because
that's not that bold.
Everybody would have noticed cleavage though, not just him. So,
but he might read it differently.
Right? She looking right at him. She looking at everybody else.
Sir. Clearly, you don't know how to flirt. Like if my man is sitting there,
she might have jumped out.
If my man is sitting there, I can't sit up there and be like, you know, I can't do that.
He might have been.
You could adjust.
Her man might have been talking about. I mean, not her man, but the dude might have been talking about how dirty the house was outside, and she might have volunteered the pressure washer.
See what happens when we let them talk.
That ain't make no sense.
See what happens when we let them talk.
That ain't make no sense.
It do. Well, Rob better pressure washer. Come on, use it.
No.
Okay. So then, what are some of the boundaries that you would set for your significant other with regards to your friends?
No males in the house when I'm not here.
I mean, come back to me. You know,
my 3 seconds is up. My 3 seconds My shit is up. I don't know. So it's interesting because I'm sitting there trying to think, and I don't know what mine would be because I've seen so many varying scenarios, as well as for me, my best friends are guys. So ain't no man fitting to tell me my best friend can't be at my house because he's not there. Or even our house. Like you're just not gonna be able to say that to me. It's just not gonna fly.
That's an issue though. That's a big issue for me.
Why?
I ain't no male best friends once I enter the picture. I am your best friend. I'm everything.
Well, I ain't the case. I get that your spouse is your best friend or should be your best friend, but then right behind that are my friends. Best or not, they're my friends.
okay, so
Does it work both ways though?
kind of agree with Wing here, only because I'm usually the friend that Okay, so
Let me go further when I said there's other situations. So they're my best friends, and then like they're my homies. Not them, but I have my homies. One of whom is married, who has folks at the house all the time. And when folks get there, you know, folks there, but she's not there. Like his wife might be off at a store run. But folks at the house, he's not gonna tell people to sit in their cars until she comes back.
Folks,
Folks, what?
Folks is different than. You're not finna tell me my best friend who's the
one
same.
man.
Like,
No, by folks I mean there are people.
When they get to 5 now.
By folks I mean people arrived at the house while she was gone. Me, I could arrive with one of my girlfriends to the house. We could be the first people there. She's gone to the store. He's not gonna make me wait in the car until she gets back.
Okay, I think that the situation is different. So like you having a gathering and making a store run, and you know folks somebody's there to open the door. You know, it's a toss-up because, so it makes sense to just, like you said, invite the person over to the house because there's a gathering that is happening, right? But I think that the situation gets sticky when, like, we already know in this situation, like, the girl has already admitted that she feels some type of way about this friend.
I get
and
that,
so,
but I wasn't
and
talking
so,
about that. I'm just talking about
right, and so, no. So then for this particular scenario, to invite this friend of mine, so like my guy is at the house, so you know, just drop whatever off at my no, I'll be home at 5:30. You can meet me there, type of situation. My mama always said if a man is gonna cheat, damn it, don't help him. So so I just, you know, that's for me. Now, your situation, the example that you're giving, if there's a gathering, there's a game night, there's a barbecue, it doesn't matter who's left at the house if the other person is going to the store run. So, you know, hey, like that situation is different. That's
why is it different as a person at the house and you're not there? Why is it different?
Because the difference to me is like people coming over to the house for a gathering. Like everybody's just gonna kind of show up eventually. Like eventually it'll just be folks in the house. Somebody's gonna show up, right? So whether it's the significant other coming back from the store run or the other guests that are arriving. For you to drop off this pressure cooker at 12:30 in the afternoon and I'll get off until 5, that's a problem. And I got to kill everybody up in
Okay.
That's just me. That to me that's the difference. So you know.
Sir.
I'm trying to get wrapped around what you said. That's crazy.
But like this one,
Why to take that alive? How many friends is too many for the opposite sex when you're in a relationship?
now see, we didn't added another topic. We ain't say nothing about this.
She just mentioned it. She got 8 friends.
She said most of her best friend. What?
I
She said most of
I ain't
her
saying one of
best
those
friends. Most of her close friends or best friends are guys.
I didn't say that. I'm just saying I have guy friends though. That
Oh,
I'm
I thought
close
you
to.
said-
No, I said my best friends are guys, and then I said I have my homies too. I have a bunch of guys that I'm cool with. That come to the house, like even like when you came up when we playing cards the other night. Like folks get there when they get there.
Oh, let's stop there. let's take a pause.
Like
shall
people
we?
just be.
Now, one of the services you provide is giving people something to talk about. Let them talk. It makes them happy, makes them feel good. They don't believe half the shit they say. People want to talk. Yeah.